Hi everyone, this is Julie from Totally Holistic Health, and thank you so much for joining me. Tonight we are going to do a really lovely bedtime yoga practice. Just a really short one, really nice way to just end the day. Really sort of, if you suffered from sort of stress or had a really busy day, it's a lovely way to just really ground down, really calm yourself down, and just get yourself ready for a lovely evening or a night's sleep. So obviously you can do it in your pyjamas even, so that's actually quite a nice bonus as well. So if you've got a blanket, that's really helpful. If you've got a pillow that you can use as well, that's even better. So we're going to start off, it's going to be really gentle practice. We're obviously just going to go really listening to what our body tells us. And obviously if we've been stuck in a desk in an office for a day, obviously you might be a little bit stiff and achy. So again, just really be noticing any sort of tension that you're actually holding in the body. So, you know, if you do feel any sort of like sort of sharp pains or anything like that, obviously just pull back a little bit, but really just listen to what your body actually needs at this particular moment. So we're going to start off actually sitting on our blankets because it's a nice and comfy way to start. Obviously if you've got a pillow, that's even better. So just come into a nice seated posture. I mean, it doesn't have to be cross-legged, it can just be any way that's comfortable to you really. But it's nice just to have a little bit of a sort of a lift in the bottom just to help make it a little bit more comfortable for you as well. So first of all, we're just going to check into our breaths, and it's actually quite a nice time to really just notice any sensations you're feeling as well, and also maybe just notice, you know, how your tummy feels. You know, are you feeling quite stressed? Are you feeling sort of like butterflies in your stomach, or are you feeling quite grounded? Are you just feeling tired? But just really noticing those feelings that have actually arisen after your day. So again, just taking those few moments just to really notice how you're feeling really, and just to have that time for you, just to really sort of take that time out from families or work, just to really just check in really. So again, just take a few moments quiet, notice the breath. And try to make sure that the out breath is slightly longer than the in breath, just to really relax you down a little bit. And you hopefully should feel that the shoulders are easing away from your back a little bit, away from the ears. But again, if you do feel you need to just release the neck a little bit, that's absolutely fine. If there's any tightness in there, again, just being aware of how that feels, but not overstretching it. It's really a case of just having that awareness. And maybe just drawing some nice circles with the shoulders. Again, just maybe bringing the shoulders to the front and just rolling them round. And again, see how that feels. Do you find it's slightly tighter in one side than the other? And then bringing them the other way, so round the back, bringing them forward. Wonderful. And again, just seeing how that feels, any tension anywhere in the body. Wonderful. So we're just going to stretch out the side body a little bit first. So we're going to bring the left leg out to the side. So there's not a major thing about sort of like having to get the legs really wide, it's just to whatever's comfortable for you. And we're just going to bring the right foot into the thigh. So you might find that your knees up here a little bit if you're a little bit tight in the hips, which is absolutely fine, but you can get another little blanket or something just to prop up onto them. A little cushion maybe would be really nice. I'm just going to turn to face that nice straight leg. Okay, so again, just be really mindful of the back. I'm just going to possibly even bend the knee if it feels really tight in there. I'm just going to lean forward towards that leg. So again, try not to if you've got your legs straight, try not to overextend it. It really needs to stay slightly, a slight bend in there as well. But if you do need to bend it a little bit just to be able to come forward again, that's absolutely fine. We're not competitive, we're just really listening to what the body's telling us and just resting down. Maybe if you have got your knee bent, you can just rest the chest on that thigh. Just bring yourself forward. Again, just noticing the back as well. If it's starting to pull a little bit in the back, maybe coming up a little bit, or just bending the knee a little bit more. Really sinking down, just enjoying that sensation. of ease and relaxation. I'm just spending some time down here just to enjoy sort of how you're actually feeling. Where can you feel that in the body? Do you feel it in the shoulders? Do you feel it in the back? Do you feel it under the thigh and the hamstring? But just having that awareness of where you do feel tight, and also maybe feeling on the inside of the right thigh. And then very gently we're going to walk our hands back and straighten that left leg. Bring the right arm behind us, and maybe just bringing the left arm up just to stretch up. And really notice that lovely stretch on the left hand side of the body. And again, if you're feeling a little bit more energetic, what you can do is raise the bottom up a little bit for a stronger stretch. But you know, it's night time, so we're not going to be too mad here. And then bringing the arm back down. So again, we're swapping legs now. So we're going to bring the left foot into the thigh and then have the right leg out. So again, you might find if you're a bit more restricted on one side, this knee is either higher or lower than that side, again, which is absolutely fine. I mean, nobody's very, very ever symmetrical, so it's absolutely fine if that's the case. But again, if it's rising up too high, you might want to just put another cushion or blanket underneath there. So we're facing the right leg. So again, try not to hyperextend that leg, so try not to push it down towards the floor. And if you do feel you're going to do that, popping something underneath there, like another little rolled up towel or something, or again, just bending that knee just to give you a little bit of support. And it's nice to actually feel the actual the chest on the thigh. So sometimes, you know, you don't need to sort of bring the nose down towards the knee. We're not overstretching, we're being very gentle. So if you do feel you need to just have that knee bend, just coming forward, bring the hands either side of that foot. And again, just being aware of where that pulls, or if it does pull at all, just where that feels, any sensations. And just enjoying that relaxation coming forward. And just releasing down, having that support as well of the leg and the chest. If you've got a little cushion, actually what you could do is just pop that on your knee as well, so you're just resting your head on that cushion. And again, maybe equally about sort of 2 minutes on each side is quite a nice way just to really ease off the side of the body. And then we're going to walk the hands back, straighten that right leg, bring the left hand behind, and again just bringing the right arm up just to really enjoy that stretch on the right side of the body. And again, you point your toe or flex the toe depending what's easy for you. And again, if you want to, you can raise the bottom up as well, just to get that stretch a little bit more, but obviously be careful of those knees. And then coming back to centre. So we're going to come onto our backs now. So using that as a cushion or a pillow. And then bending the knees just to release the lower back. Now, most people tend to find that they actually have a little gap underneath their lower back. So it's quite nice just to basically push that into the floor. So really just notice that sort of tilt of the pelvis as well. So maybe just rocking backwards and forwards. So one day you're pushing the lower back into the ground, and then you're tilting the pelvis. You've got a little gap underneath there. So again, just releasing the lower back is quite nice just to do that. Wonderful. And then what we can do, we can go into a very gentle bridge again, just to stretch the front side of the body. So making sure that your feet are hip width apart. So shoulder blades underneath the back to open up the chest a little bit. And then pushing the feet into the floor. So basically we're going to push the lower back into the ground so the pelvis tilts up, and then just see if you can raise your bottom off the floor a little bit. So it doesn't have to be a massive amount, it can be sort of high or low as you want, but it's not competitive, it's really just how you're feeling. So you might find you just want to raise it just maybe 2 or 3 inches, but obviously try to keep the knees hip width apart. So don't try to bring the knees out or in because you might hurt your knees. And again, just really enjoy that stretch on the front body, nice stretch on the back of the body, and then very gently lowering down. And then that gap underneath the lower back again. And then pushing the lower back into the ground and very gently raising the bottom up again. So you can also bring the arms into play if you want to. You can bring the arms overhead. It's quite a nice stretch. And then releasing back down. But again, or you can just leave the arms by your side. Just do what feels right for you. And again, one more time coming up. And if you want to bring the arms over again. And releasing them back down. Wonderful. And again, just bringing the knees in towards the chest. And just rocking a little bit from side to side, just to massage the lower back. And really just enjoy that lovely sense of freedom that the lower back has. And then we're going to place the knees to the outside of the mat. Sorry, the feet to the outside of the mat. So the knees are coming in to the middle. And again, really enjoying that sensation. Also just being aware of the belly going in and out of the body. So the breath going in and out of the body, so the belly's rising and falling. And if you want to, then we can move both knees over to the right. So keeping the feet width of the mat, bring both knees over to the right. And again, feel that lovely stretch on the outside of the left side of the body. And if you want to, you can bring the arms up a little bit and just turn your head to the left. And again, just keeping the breath nice and steady. And then bringing the head back to centre and the knees back to centre. And dropping the legs over to the left. And again, you can either keep the head up or you can just turn it to the right. Just to really enjoy that stretch in the right side of the body. And then coming back to centre. Okay, so again, just becoming aware of that breath. And then just feeling the belly rise and fall. Maybe sighing out through the mouth rather than the nose, because it's just really a way of just relaxing the body down. Okay, so the last posture, which is absolutely fantastic for bed, is actually called legs up the wall. But it's actually called other things as well, but it's really nice. So the best thing to do is come into a seated position. So in terms of the blanket, you can, if you've got a pillow as well, it's even better. So we're going to bring our bottoms as close to the wall as we can. So coming sideways onto the wall. And then we're going to lay down, bring our legs up the wall, hence the name. So with your blanket, what you can do is fold it up, and then maybe if you want to, just pop it underneath your bottom. There's a little bit of an extra comfort. Or you can pop another blanket under your head, or just have your blanket, if you've got one, just to pop that under your head if you want to. And again, just either having your fingers on your belly or by your side. Just really, really enjoying the sensations of being slightly inverted. It's just a really relaxing, calming way to be, because the blood supply just really flows nicely to the head. And also just being aware of how that feels. If you need to come out of this, that's absolutely fine. If you do need to bring your feet down at any particular moment, that's absolutely fine. But really just spending some time here. And it doesn't have to be long. It can be 5 minutes. It can be as much as 15, 20 minutes. But again, it's up to you and how much time you have. But really, it's just such a relaxing pose. And then once you've felt you've had enough time here, just bringing the knees in towards the chest again, just to release the lower back. And then to come out of it, we're just going to roll to the side. And then come back up to a seated position again, either on the blanket or on the floor. And really just now, again, just take a few moments just to really Notice any sensations that you can feel in the body. Hopefully you might feel a little bit more sleepy now and ready for bed. So thank you so much for joining me. Sleep well, and I will see you again next week. Take care. Bye bye.